Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I used to hate revolvers. So this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek video that I wanted to talk out loud because I was thinking about this the other day. So the other day I was doing a little bit of, if you want to call it inventory, I was looking at my database on my computer because I had to adjust some things with my rifles, SBRs, my NFA stuff. But anyways, I did a little sort and filter of my inventory, and I realized that the wheel guns have surpassed my semi-auto stable, meaning I own more revolvers than semi-autos such as 1911s, DASAs, and Plastic Wonders. That shocked me. I had no idea. So I started thinking about that, and it just is funny because I used to hate revolvers. Back in the day, I poo-pooed them. I really did not like revolvers at all. Now, fast forward to now, it's just ironic that I love revolvers. In year 2023, it's the year of the revolver for my channel, but going to the club, these are the guns that I'm shooting. I don't remember the last time I shot a semi-auto handgun. I'm literally shooting just revolvers this year, and I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I'm carrying a revolver. I love revolvers, but I think it's funny that back in the day, I hated them. I would never want to buy one. No interest in them, besides the J-frame though, but the J-frame was a necessary evil. I had one because I could conceal it, and it was like a backup piece or whatever you want to call it, but I hated the thing. But it's just funny how we come like kind of full circle in a way that I kind of like came around and kind of knocked some sense into myself. Revolvers are very viable tools, and to be quite honest with you, they're a lot prettier than, say, a semi-auto, in a way. Not a 1911. A 1911 is pretty nice, but you get what I'm trying to say. But a revolver is just kind of cool. It's neat. So I just kind of wanted to talk out loud about this. I got a bunch of revolvers on the table right here. These are revolvers that I've done videos on this year, so I figured I'd just put them all back out. I do have a lot more revolvers, but I don't want to show every single revolver I got, but maybe we'll show a few more. How about that? Because I don't know. I just feel weird showing everything, but we'll see how this goes. We still got some time this year to do some more from the safe videos. But let's go back in time. When years ago, I wouldn't have been caught dead owning one of these things. Honestly, I really thought they were inadequate. I really thought that they were like just things that would never be used for defensive purposes. I was that guy that I experienced today with the youngsters. I was that person. I poo-pooed revolvers. I looked down upon people that carry revolvers. I thought revolvers are archaic and old, and that was probably year 2000, okay? And now we're in 2023. 23 years later, I think these things are all viable tools. I do not think they are archaic, and again, I just think it's funny how things change. I guess when you get older, you get some sense knocked into you, and you just think differently because you're older. I am older now, and I just have a different way of thinking about things. So let's go back in time to the armored car days. I used to work for an armored car company, we'll say year 2000, and back then, the company gun was a revolver. I think nowadays they don't even use revolvers. But back then in year 2000, it was a Smith & Wesson 38 Special. I don't remember the model, but it was a stainless 6-shot. And I remember when I started working there because I carried a Glock Model 22 full-size 40 caliber, and I tried my hand at the Glock Model 20. I think it was a 10 millimeter, and some other guns, but I settled on the Glock Model 22 40 cal. But when I started working there, they forced me to qualify on said 38 Special revolver. And I remember at the time telling the firearms guy, I've never shot a revolver in my life. And he started laughing. He's like, come on, man. I'm like, no, I've never touched a revolver. And he says, well, you're going to be touching one right now. You're going to have to qualify with this. I'm like, oh, come on, this stupid little thing. And he kept laughing at me. He's like, oh, you just don't know. And I'd be like, whatever, give me that revolver. And I did fine. I qualified with their 38 Special. No problem at all. I thought it was foreign because it truly was the first time I think I shot a quote-unquote real revolver. I might have shot a 22 revolver at the NRA class a couple of years before that, but yeah, but never a true double action, revolver. So I qualified with that, and I started to kind of assisting with qualifications because they were hiring a lot of guards. And the majority of the guards did not own their own gun. So they would have to qualify and carry the company 38 Special, which was a Smith. So I remember seeing a lot of those guys not being able to hit paper with 38 Special. And they would still kind of qualify them anyways, kind of push them through because they needed bodies on the job. So that's pretty scary. But I don't know, back then I used to poo-poo guys that were carrying that company revolver, and there were a handful of guys that carried their own, personally owned revolvers, and I still poo-pooed them and made fun of them. Stupid. Yeah, really stupid. So back then, for whatever reason, I kind of rose to the ranks really quick, most likely because there was no one that was competent enough at the time to do some of the more higher responsibilities, honestly. So I was taking on a lot of the new guards. So they would jump in the truck with me, and I would always notice that they would have a revolver in their holster, and I would always feel like, oh man, come on. And I would tell them, why don't you get yourself a Glock? That's what I kept saying. Get a Glock, get a Glock. Don't carry that revolver. Oh, come on, man. Or get a SIG, something, anything but a freaking revolver. And most of them said, well, I can't afford a gun, so, there's nothing I could do. And I would always say, like, man, if you had one of these revolvers, you can't back me up if something went down. That was my thinking. How wrong I was. I remember one of the guys working there had a personally owned Smith & Wesson Model 19. He would carry a Beretta. He carries Model 19. Then he would carry a Model something else. He had all different revolvers. And I would tell him, and he was the most senior person there, I think. And I would tell him, well, man, why would you carry that thing? I'd be like ribbing him. And he would get it right back at me saying, stupid Glock, piece of plastic that has no soul in it. Look at that thing, ugly. And he's like, nothing beats a Model 19. And he would show it to me. And I remember one time he unloaded his Model 19, he wanted me to hold it. And he's like, look at this thing. You don't think this is a thing of beauty? And I was like, I don't know. Not. I kind of was like, maybe. But I said, nah, man, I would never carry this thing, Model 19. And it was from the 60s or whatever. It was a vintage. And it was just funny. I would be like, no way, man, this is a stupid thing. There was another guard I recall. He actually had something very interesting. He was an interesting fellow. He's a short guy. He wore these like Pit Viper sunglasses. They're probably not what they were, but porn star mustache. And he actually carried a Smith, I'm going to say, mountain gun, Model 657. I'm guessing at this because he did tell me it was a 41 Magnum, and I kept saying 44 Magnum. I remember he kept correcting me. So, I mean, think about that. This armored car company authorized 41 Magnum. So today, I love the 41 Magnum, but can you believe that back then? This guard was carrying a 41 Magnum. It was a stainless revolver. It definitely was a shorter barrel. And he had really fancy grips on his 41 Mag. And I was kind of making fun of him for the grips. It was so stupid. There was another guy that carried some Smith & Wesson. It was probably a 686, I'm assuming. It was a 4-inch 686, 357 Magnum. I think another guy had the same one, 686. I'm trying to think. And then there was an older gentleman that had a Colt Detective Special, I think. But he worked in the vault. But he did go out on the road one time, and that one time he went on the road, he got robbed by someone that didn't have a gun. They pretended they had a gun. And then finally there was one guy that had a Colt Python that I rode with. He had a 4-inch Python that was probably made at that time, probably the 1998 or something like that, 97. Because I remember he said it was sort of newer. He had gotten a couple of years ago. So, and he had a Python. And yeah, I was always like Python because, when you hear a Python, you think of like something special. But even then I was like, whatever, Python, who cares? So see, at that time, I was that stupid kid saying these things are no good. They're archaic. You can't use these in serious use, defensive purposes. You can't. Now, if you're today in 2023, it's questionable, but still, you never know. They're still very viable. So fast forward to, I know in 2005, I did start getting really into the J-frame because I had to really train with one. But I still didn't like him. I really didn't. So I had no feelings for the J-frame. It's just a tool, a hammer, a screwdriver. And then fast forward to when I started doing YouTube, I think it was probably 2011, I realized how important a J-frame can be. And you can go back to my videos on that. And then from then on, I just got heavily into revolvers throughout those years. And it's quite well documented on my YouTube channel with the revolvers. So I think it's just pretty cool. I think revolvers are very viable. I like them a lot. And I just think it's funny how things turned out. I really do. And I'm glad they turned out that way because I think revolvers are awesome. So to those people out there that do not believe in these things, have a second chance with these, or lighten up a little bit and check them out, because you just might enjoy a nice revolver. All right, you just might enjoy one. I'm trying to think anything else to talk about. Well, these are all the revolvers we've done videos on this year. I've been shooting all these, not really the pythons, because these are more for collectability, I guess. But the Court revolvers, like the 4-inch, this 6-inch one right here, I shoot a lot. The 41 Magnum, I do shoot quite a bit. This python, I do shoot a little bit. This one here, I shoot a lot. The pug nose and J-frame, I don't really shoot much at all because I do have a lot of experience with these two platforms, so I don't really want to keep, wearing them out. I mean, I'm not really wearing them out, but you know what I mean. And this python here, I actually do take this one out quite a few times and shoot it. So this 4-inch python here, I don't shoot. I have a different 4-inch that I take to the range a lot that's beat up. But this one here, I just kind of keep in the safe because it's in such good condition. So, I don't know. We're going to continue on doing some more revolver videos, I think. I want to show you this 44 Magnum that I got that follows the same path as these two right here. It's a very interesting 44 Mag, but I think this revolver is very unique and different. So I think I'll do a video about that one soon. But other than that, what are your thoughts on revolvers? What do you think? Just leave some comments below about revolvers. That'll be cool. All right, guys, I just want to say that I'm going to be taking a bit of a hiatus. I don't have any new content to put up. I'm going to be very busy in the month of August, so I don't know when I'm going to put up another video. But I hope you stick with me because I am going to try to put up, some more content maybe in the fall. How about that? So please stick with me because I do enjoy doing these videos. Sometimes I get into a funk and I don't really want to do this, but I don't know. Every time I start doing it, I'm having fun. I'm feeling better. It feels good. And I like that there's still a few people out there that are enjoying what I'm putting out. But we'll see how my channel goes, because sometimes I think, I don't know, might be time to ride off into the sunset. I don't know yet, but not this year at least. So stay tuned. I'm going to get another video up maybe in a month or so, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. And as always, stay safe and check 360 often. See you when I get back. Later.